Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 59th Annual Orange County Trial Lawyers Association Installation Dinner. Let's see. We want to thank all of our sponsors this evening for being here. And we have a video of all of our sponsors.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Without your support, events like these would not be possible. OCTLA's premier sponsor, Chart Squad. This evening's cocktail sponsor, Bentley & More. Wine sponsor, Aitken Cone. Valet sponsor, Vanderpool Law Firm. Hors d'oeuvre sponsor, Bisnar Chase. After party sponsor, Rizzio Lipinski. Video sponsor, Verdict Videos. Silver sponsor, the Simon Law Group. Bronze sponsors, Judicate West, Klein & Wilson, Hicks Law Firm, Hodes Millman Akuta, Roberts Jandron Law, C. Jackson Investigations, Law Offices of Geraldine Lee, DeMarco Araujo in Montevideo, Aitken Campbell Highhouse Weaver, Cameron Whitney Court Reporting. Supporters, Jams, Kubota and Craig, Gibson Hughes, and Cass Settlement Consulting. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our sponsors. We can't do it without you guys, and we really appreciate all your support of the organization, especially over the last couple of years during the tough times that we've had. We want to thank all of our sitting judges that are here this evening. We have the Honorable James DeCesar, the Honorable Scott Cooper, the Honorable Presiding Judge Larsh, the Honorable Melissa R. McCormick, and our retired judges this evening, the Honorable Andrew Guilford, the Honorable Franz Miller, the Honorable Linda Miller, the Honorable David Thompson, and the Honorable Kirk Nakamura, and the Honorable Robert J. Polis. We have some special guests with us this evening that we want to thank for attending. We have Senator Tom Umberg representing the Senate District 34. We have Supervisor Katrina Foley serving the 2nd District of the Orange County Board of Supervisors. Also with her this evening is her Chief of Staff, Nick Annis. We have Connor Trout, Councilman for the City of Buena Park. There he is. We have Dan Robinson, President of the Orange County Bar Association. Chris Ayala, President of the Hispanic Bar Association. And then we also have with us Michelle West, President of the Orange County Trial Lawyers Charity. And our past presidents in attendance tonight, Wiley Aiken, 1972. Mark Robinson, Jr., 1981. He could not be here this evening, but his lovely wife has joined us. Mark Edwards, 1986. The Honorable James DeCesar, 1988. Gary Chambers, 1990. Dan Hodes, 1999. Eric Trout, 2002. Jeff Millman, 2004. Brian Chase, 2007. Keith Moore, 2008. Yoshiaki Kubota, 2011. The Honorable Scott Cooper, 2013. Geraldine Lee, 2018. James Pantone, 2019. Jonathan Dwart, 2020. And Cynthia Craig, 2021. Wow. So I have been a member of OCTLA long enough to remember when our installation dinners were in the basement at the Performing Arts Center in Santa Ana. Does anybody else remember that? I know you guys got to remember that. And so under the leadership of the past presidents of the organization and the commitment to excellence of our executive director, Janet Thornton, the Orange County Trial Lawyers Association has grown to be one of the leading trial lawyer organizations throughout the state of California. And that's thanks to our members, our sponsors, and we want to thank everybody for that. Last year, as the incoming president, I had my concerns because of the pandemic and all of the mandatory shutdowns. I was a little bit worried about what we were going to be able to do. And I would have to say that with the support of our board and our members and our sponsors, I think OCTLA had an unexpectedly but successful year. We were able to hold our installation. It was virtual, which was our first virtual installation we've ever held, so we had to rework our installation program. And I want to thank everyone who sponsored that installation program for us. And I want to thank you for the funny videos and the warm words of support that you gave me and the board during that installation. I want to give a special acknowledgement to Kelly Deutsch, who's here this evening from Verdict Videos, who has put together our event this evening as well. She took all of our ideas and she packaged them into kind of a cheerful, fun installation programs for last year. So thankful to that. And then I also want to give a special thanks to Lon Hurwitz, the Honorable Lon Hurwitz. He can't be here tonight. But I want to thank him for emceeing that program, and I also want to thank him for his readings from the book of Shecky. If you guys did not get to see that, it's on YouTube, and some other humorous contributions that he made to the event. This year, we were able to continue our education programs. We were a little bit concerned about whether or not we'd ever be able to go back to in-person. We were able to have one in-person education program, and then, of course, because we were in a pandemic, out of a pandemic, back into a pandemic, we were only to have one, and then we went back into our virtual seminars. But under the leadership of Allegra Rainier as our chair of our education committee and the oversight of Claire Lusich, we were able to continue with those webinars and at least get that one in-person program in. And so we're thankful to that. And we also have on-demand programs available on the OCTLA website. Palm Springs, last year, we were afraid we weren't going to be able to have one at all. And we were able to have a virtual Palm Springs. So collectively with CAOC, OCTLA, and CAOIE, we were able to hold that joint Palm Springs seminar virtually. And we're excited to announce that we are going to have an in-person Palm Springs seminar in May. So please look for those announcements. Our mentoring program, which we had to put on hold during the pandemic, we were able to bring that back. And thanks to the mentoring committee chaired by Garrett Chambers. Thanks to our Garrett Chambers, the mentoring committee, and the oversight of Lindsay Aiken, and the hosting firms of Andal Law, MPV, Accident Attorneys, and the law offices of Jennifer R. Johnson and Hodes, Millman, and Ikuda, we were able to have that program for the mentees. We were even able to have a summer mixer with some of our members, trying to get everybody back in person during the summer, at which time we were also able to bring our mentees into that mixer and give them a gift from Jennifer Johnson for their future progress in the legal field. Our Public Relations Committee, chaired by Jason Argos, was able to elevate our social media presence. Additionally, for our gavel this year, under the leadership of Edwin Hong, who stepped up as a new member of OCTLA, took on one of the most challenging committees and reworked our gavel, making it more modernized, gave us a new masthead, and worked along with his committee and our art director and self-described creative genius, Dan Milner, to recreate or redesign the gavel, and a special thanks to Steve Bell, who has continued to contribute and volunteer for the organization for the gavel. Our golf committee was able to do a golf tournament this year. We were able to return to the shotgun start and the after dinner and raffle party, so I want to thank the golf committee. OCTLA also this year, or last year, worked with the Food for the Bar campaign, and this is from the Second Harvest Food Bank campaign to raise food for our community. The members of OCTLA and our board raised over $8,000 for that organization, and that's enough money to feed 24,900, or make 24,900 meals for the community. And so thank you. We were able to earn the Rockstar Rainmaker and Rockstar Wrangler Award from the Second Harvest Food Bank. So congratulations to the board and our members for that. And then finally, we had our 2021 historic Top Gun event. And the event was described by a lot of people to me as being joyful and exciting, and I noticed a lot of people stuck around for our after party, again hosted by Greg Rizzio and Darren Lipinski, for a fun celebration. The charity was AWOW, or A Walk on Water, and I am so proud to say that my last event as president of the organization was extremely successful, both in execution and giving. Thanks to our members and thanks to the silent and live auction items donated, and of course the auctioneering skills of Keith Moore, we were able to raise over $210,000 for our charity. That's a new record for OCTLA, and I'm super proud to have that record. I want to give a special thanks to Keith. Where's Keith at? There's Keith. Keith, hey. Hugh Jackman said in The Greatest Showman on Earth, nobody ever made a difference being like anybody else. And Keith, you are not like anybody else. Is he, Tracy? So in addition to volunteering his time as our auctioneer, Keith, being the greatest showman on earth that he is, was able to and has been able to acquire for several years now, in conjunction with Dan and David Pump and the Pump Foundation, donations of sports memorabilia, as well as sometimes securing celebrity appearances at our Top Gun event to raise money. And so on behalf of OCTLA, Keith, we want to give a special thanks to you for the signed memorabilia for this past year's OCTLA or Top Gun event. So thank you very much. For those of you that didn't attend, Keith was able to secure 9 pairs of boxing gloves signed by Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson. It was our 25th Top Gun event, and it was the same year of their 25th anniversary of their fight. So thank you again, Keith. We really appreciate it. And if you want us to get a blow-up of that for you, we can do that for you, Keith, okay? All right, and finally, thank you to the Top Gun committee chaired by Janice Vincey and oversight by Lindsay Aiken for putting together a successful event. Now, I said a few minutes ago that we raised a record amount of money. We raised the $210,000, and many people have heard me say throughout the last couple of months that records are meant to be broken, and that I would like to see the OCTLA community break that record this coming year. And I'm going to lay the groundwork for that right now by donating $5,000 to this year's OCTLA Top Gun charity. And Doug's going to talk about who that charity is in just a little bit. So there are 24 members on our board, all of whom I can't tell you how much I appreciate for your insight, your input, and your dedication this year. If I mentioned every one of you, I would be up here forever. But I am forever indebted for your service and your commitment to the organization, and I want to thank all of my executive committee members for all of their support, the incoming president, Doug Vanderpool, as well as Lindsay Aiken, Whit Birch, Aaron Hicks, Claire Lusich, and Michael Gendron for your support. I really appreciate it, you guys. And then I also want to welcome our new parliamentarian, Garrett Chambers, and congratulate Garrett Chambers on him becoming the new parliamentarian for OCTLA. And I understand that Garrett just got into a BOTA, so congratulations to Garrett for that as well. And now it's time for our Member of the Year award. Each year we give out a Member of the Year award, and sometimes we give out 2 Member of the Year awards. So we're going to go ahead and talk about our first Member of the Year award tonight.
Each year, the outgoing president presents a Board Member of the Year award to a member or members who have shown outstanding service, leadership, and dedication to the organization. After serving only a couple of years on the board, Jeff Rill demonstrated extraordinary leadership by chairing the golf committee and filling the membership committee chair position when it became vacant, and helped work to increase our Foundation Club membership. Our Foundation Club provides additional financial assistance above and beyond dues to help offset administrative costs of the organization. In addition, he worked hand in hand with our mentoring committee, developing an insightful program for new lawyers that, unfortunately, we were unable to launch due to COVID-19 restrictions. A hearty congratulations to Board Member of the Year, Jeff Rill.
So, in addition to all of the hard work Jeff did as Member of the Year, he is just an absolute pleasure to work with and to be around. So Jeff, come on up and get your Board Member of the Year award.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's so meaningful. Thank you so much.
You deserve it.
Thank you.
You did a lot
Wait,
of
is
work.
this a speech situation? No, right?
No
No speech. Okay.
You can give a speech. Go ahead. Give 2 minutes for running away.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Cynthia. Board Member of the Year is probably like getting a coach's award on a sports team, which basically means you give good effort. And this last year, everybody on the board gives great effort, just as everybody in this room does for OCTLA. It's an amazing organization. What we were able to do last year with A Walk on Water was very meaningful, and I'd like to thank Cynthia for taking care of us all year, and I'd like to thank everybody who's in here for supporting this awesome organization. This is truly an honor. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, you know, we did not acknowledge Federal Magistrate Judge McCormick, Doug McCormick. I'm so sorry. Thank you. All right, as I hinted to a little earlier, sometimes there's an occasion where we give 2 Board Members of the Year award. And this year, I was blessed with the exceptional work of Jeff, and I was also blessed with the exceptional work of another board member. And so we're going to hear about that board member now.
Under the extraordinary leadership of Jason Argos, the Public Relations Committee elevated our social media presence, bringing us into the 21st century. The committee worked to increase the number of our posts and worked with a graphic artist to better the quality of the information provided to our members. The committee attended events throughout the year doing live feeds, creating videos to promote upcoming events, and even did live interviews with representatives of our charity, OC Food Bank, and attendees at our events. Many of you who attended the Top Gun event may have seen Jason videotaping portions of the event to post live. As a result, our followers have doubled and our members are more informed. In addition, Jason served as vice chair of our Top Gun selection committee and served on the golf committee. Congratulations, Board Member of the Year, Jason Argos.
So When I started the year, over the last few years being on the board, one of the things that we tried to do was, we didn't have a website at one point. We got a website, and then we built up our website, and then we wanted to really build up our social presence. And so I asked Jason, I called him, and I said, hey, Jason, this is what I really want to do. I really, really want our social presence to be built up. I want to see our social media not only grow in terms of numbers, but grow in terms of its appearance and really get the information out to our members. And he said to me, I'll do it. I will do it. And those are words that he meant. He said, I'll do it, and he did. And I can't tell you how much I really, truly appreciate it, Jason. So Jason, come on up and get your Board Member of the Year award. So deserved. Nice job. Thanks. Wait. You gotta get a picture.
Okay.
And you gotta give a little speech.
I got a speech.
Just a little one. Okay.
Awesome. Wow. I wasn't expecting this evening. I guess just one quick thing. I would not be here right now without Sean Burke. So, he threw me a lifeline 5 years ago, almost to the day, and rescued me from the dark side. And gave me every opportunity in the world, and without him, and obviously the support of my wife, who's here tonight, my family, but really without Sean, I would not be here right now. So thank you, Sean.
Okay, we talked a little bit earlier about our Board Members of the Year, and OCTLA also gives out a Member of the Year award. And so we're going to have you guys direct your attention to the screen for our Member of the Year.
This year, the Member of the Year award goes to Jennifer R. Johnson. Jennifer is a sole practitioner who agreed to mentor our 3 summer interns. Jennifer's office is located in the Spectrum Law Building, and she was able to persuade Hodes Millman Akuta to join her in providing the mentees with an opportunity to be collectively mentored by both law firms. After the summer internship ended, Jennifer continued her mentorship of the mentees and presented them with gift cards to purchase a new suit for their first interviews, and continues to remain in contact with those mentees, providing advice and leadership. Jennifer embodies our motto of take no challenge alone. Congratulations to this year's Member of the Year award, Jennifer Rose Johnson.
So in addition to mentoring our mentees last year, Jennifer has agreed to mentor our mentees for this coming year. Again, taking on, no challenge alone, Jennifer steps up to the plate. Jennifer can't be here tonight, or couldn't be here tonight, but she's on the phone over here somewhere, FaceTiming with all of us. And so, there you are, JJ. So I am so honored to give our Member of the Year award to Jennifer Johnson. Hold on, Jennifer, and I'll show you your award. So under the exceptional leadership, our Orange County bench has kept our Orange County courts open and kept, there's still a model up and down the state for how courts should be operated and how to handle things during a pandemic. And we want to say thank you to our judicial officers here this evening. And we want to say, a special thanks to Judge Larsh, Supervising Judge Larsh, for his work in keeping the court open, as well as all of our bench, and as well as the court personnel for their extraordinary leadership. The courts have continued to have safe and effective criminal and civil trials during the pandemic. Years ago when we had the funding shortage for the courts, the Orange County courts stepped up then and led by example, and they've done it again through the pandemic, and they've done it strong the last couple of years, and we can't thank the Orange County Court Bar enough for that. Each year, OCTLA recognizes an outstanding jurist in our Orange County community for whose career reflects judicial integrity, compassion, and civility. And this year's Judicial Excellence Award goes to the Honorable Melissa R. McCormick. Judge McCormick was appointed to the Orange County Superior Court in 2015, and during her time on the criminal bench, she was described as demonstrating compassion and willingness to take the time to ensure the parties were well informed of what to expect that day to alleviate any anxiety in the process. Members of the Civil Bar have described Judge McCormick as someone who runs a tight ship. If you've been in her department, that's very true, but is fair, and she's thorough, and she's someone who takes the time and does her own research to make sure she's fully getting the issues at hand. And I'm honored to give this year's Judicial Excellence Award to Melissa R. McCormick.
Oh my goodness, if my children were here and they heard about the tight ship, they would be standing up and emphatically agreeing, that's for sure. Good evening to all of you, and thank you so much. Thank you to the OCTLA, to its officers and its board members, and to its entire membership for this completely unexpected and wonderful honor. When I joined the court 7 years ago, Judge Terry Kola, who I know is a friend and mentor to many of you, told me that as trial judges, we have the best seat in the house to watch excellent trial lawyers at work. And boy, was he ever correct. It has been a professional highlight in my career to observe and work with so many terrific trial lawyers in the courtroom every day, whether that's the in-person courtroom or the virtual courtroom that we've all had to adjust to, but hope in the future to see less of, I know. I'm consistently impressed with the commitment, the creativity, and the skill of the lawyers I see in trial in my courtroom, and it is an honor to be recognized by some of you. I also have to add that I view this recognition as a recognition for our entire team in my courtroom, which is Department C13. It takes many dedicated members of our court staff to keep things running smoothly in our courtroom. Of particular note, our courtroom clerk in Department C13, Alma Bovard, who I know many of you know and have worked with over the years, deserves special acknowledgement. Alma is as hardworking, thank you. Alma is as hardworking and as skilled a professional as anybody with whom I've ever worked. And as those of you who know her know, she approaches every single day and every situation with eternal good cheer, which is a reminder to me that I too should approach each situation with eternal good cheer. And I've been fortunate to have her as a colleague in my time on the civil bench. I also need to add While perhaps not as directly relevant to this group, in my years on the criminal bench, I also had an equally excellent courtroom clerk who is Alma's sister, Norma Robles, and I've told both of them that only members of their family appear to be the only people that I should work with because they were both such wonderful professionals. So please accept again my thanks for this wonderful honor, and please know that I and the rest of us on our team in C13 look forward to seeing all of you in person in trial in our courtroom soon. Thank you again.
I'm just going to say a couple of quick thank yous and then I'm done. So, yay! So, I want to thank my team at Kubota and Craig. Apparently, this is the Valentine's evening for a lot of people, and so nobody could be here tonight, even though they were all invited to join us this evening. But I want to say thank you to Allison Webster, Marcia Kane, April Salazar, and Kim Estrella, one of our newest members, for their tireless support and patience throughout the year while I was president. So I really appreciate the team at Kubota and Craig, and I couldn't really be here without them. I also want to give a special thanks to our new associate, not so new, but new, Allegra Rainier, who's joined our firm this last year. And you know, Allegra has been a godsend to our office. She's hardworking, she's extremely intelligent, and I'm looking forward to Allegra being a future leader of this organization. So thank you, Allegra. I want to give a special thanks to John Montevideo for all of his support over the years, Rob Gibson for his support, and everybody else, all the past presidents of OCTLA who, at installation, I said I knew if I could pick up the phone, I would be able to call them and they would take my call. And they did and gave me great advice, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. And then finally, last but not least, I want to give a special thanks to my husband, Yoshi Kubota. Who really did take over a lot of my cases and really did, you know, help with the cats and the dogs and all those kind of things. Although I still can't get him to do the laundry. But I do have to say, I want to say thanks to Yoshi. Thank you very much. Thanks for getting me into this organization, all your support throughout the years, and your support this last year. So I love you. Thank you. All right, now, earlier, we had, I had mentioned that we had a special guest this evening who is going to be here to give a few words about Doug. And I have to ask Doug if you give your clients advice not to post stuff on social media that could be detrimental or used at some time in the future. I just, you know, want to know if you do that. And if you follow that advice, and I'm going to say I think not. But we have a 3-time Academy Award nominee and Academy Award winning actor here with us this evening, a gentleman who needs no introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Oh, hold on just a second. Wait. The green room's a little bit of a walk from here, so hold on. No, he's not here. No, he's here. He's nervous? Tell him not to be nervous. It's just a bunch of lawyers. Shh. Okay, all right, I will help him. I'll come and get him. Okay, excuse me just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Morgan Freeman.
Orange County Trial Lawyers Association boasts a remarkable history. one whereby past presidents are known for their poise, stature, sophistication, and courage. Orange County trial lawyers expect nothing less from today's incoming president. In fact, OCTLA is proud and excited to present a hometown hero, sort of, from Cyprus. An obvious winner from the very beginning. One who enlisted in the Army right out of high school. Went to bartender school, turned car salesman, wine salesman, and even butcher shop boy. He picked grapes until enrolling in college to become a psychologist, but with no affinity whatsoever for the scholastic portion of the profession. He was told by his teacher to go to law school, where he graduated top 5% of his class. The arrogance and know-it-all attitude that followed forced him to open his own law firm from his kitchen table, where he sat for 13 years raising 4 children as a single dad. We have Jim Pantone to thank for introducing this fellow to OCTLA. Well, thanks a lot, Jim. But seriously, folks, your 2022 OCTLA president is not only a Top Gun winner, but a trial lawyer's lawyer, taking multiple matters to 7-figure jury verdicts for business, real estate, and personal injury cases. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let the former commentary fool you. Your new president is a man of honor, integrity, and is a lot of fun to be around, actually. Please welcome Doug Vanderpool.
Thank you, Morgan. Oh, is he going to get in the middle of us?
All right, well, they didn't let me see that, so that's my first time. Kelly Deutsch, gosh, Facebook, the gift that keeps on giving, right? All right, well, before we get going, I got just a few important things to take care of, like getting me and my board sworn in. So to that end, I want to tell you guys about Andy Guilford as if, he needs any introduction here. What can I say about this legend? If there were an Orange County Hall of Fame, I don't know who'd go in first. Would it be Andy or would it be Wiley? They can arm wrestle for it. But Andy's done it all. He's been managing partner of Shepard, Mullen, Ricker, and Hampton here in Orange County, State Bar President, Orange County Bar President, Top Gun winner, of this organization in 2001, federal court judge here in Orange County. Close to the mic. Is that better? Hello, is this working? Hello. Yeah, so Andy's a great guy. He's so great. I love this guy. Great. But he told me that his jokes were a lot funnier when he went on the bench. And so now that he's a neutral adjudicate West, I hear his jokes just quite aren't as funny. Right? Anyway, how did I meet Andy Guilford? Well, it was about 22 years ago. I was just some young kid working out of my house, raising my 4 kids as a single dad. Didn't have a secretary, I had nothing. I was just working out of my house. And I tried this case before Judge Chaffee. It's a wrongful termination or wrongful foreclosure case, and I hit a $5 million verdict. And I'm like, that's it, man. I'm on easy street. I got it made. Well, it was against Wells Fargo. Well, Wells Fargo did something really smart. They hired Andy Guilford and the team at Shepard Mullen to come in and try and set that aside. And I knew a lot of people at Shepard Mullen. They all called me and they go, oh, man, you're in trouble now. Oh, man, was I. He put his arm around my shoulder. He goes, Doug, we're very proud of you, but I got to take it away. I got to take it away. And he got Judge Chaffee to JNOV a new trial meeting. Oh, man. But I didn't stop there. We took it up to 4-3, and they overturned it, and we go back for a retrial. But now I have Andy Guilford as opposing counsel, not that guy from Nossaman. So I'm telling you, folks, it was World War III, but I wish every single trial could be like this. Because we fought and fought, but at the breaks, we would go outside, we'd talk about politics, we'd talk about religion, we'd talk about philosophy. He's so smart, he's such a good man, handsome. I don't know why you grow that beard. Just hide your, it's got that smile. But long story short, so this time the jury came back with $7 million. And Andy put his arm around my shoulder. He goes, I'm very proud of you, but I'm going to have to take that away on appeal. And he did. So we're going back for retrial number 3, and we finally settled. But that's how I know Andy Guilford. And when I knew I was going to be standing up here 6 years ago, I knew who I wanted to swear me in. I wanted to be Andy Guilford. So Andy, would you please come up here and swear me in?
You guys, folks wisely didn't give me any time to talk, but I just have to say, I'm a federal judge, we do that. I just have to say, I love this organization. You know, when I think about the Orange County community, you are such a powerful factor of the legal world in Orange County and providing protection for the citizens of Orange County. And I'm proud to be a small part of that. Thanks to Doug, the opportunity to swear him in. And I got to say a quick word about this guy. I mean, it was a long story, but the son of a gun beat me. He beat me. You beat me. So he did it with excellent skills, but most importantly, a personality that just won over the jury and won over the opposing counsel, namely me. I love this guy. After the trial, I went to see him perform on stage as an actor. Yes, he has that sidelight. And of course, that was after watching him perform in court as an advocate, a superb advocate. So you honor me by giving me this opportunity to swear you in. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. Get close to the mic here. They want to hear that you say these things. All right. I hereby declare and affirm.
I hereby declare and affirm.
That I will uphold and enforce.
That I will uphold and enforce.
The bylaws of the Orange County Trial Lawyers Association.
The bylaws of the Orange County Trial Lawyers Association.
Diligently promote its mission, growth, and goals.
Diligently promote its mission, growth, and goals.
And faithfully discharge my duties and obligations.
And faithfully discharge my duties and obligations.
As president of this association.
As president of this association.
Congratulations, Doug. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere.
Oh, okay.
You got to swear in the whole group of them.
Oh, this is good. I want a lot of copies.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge Guilford. All right, so now we're going to get the whole board and X come up here, but I got to say a few things for this board. I absolutely love this board, and no disrespect to any prior boards or president, but I got the best board ever. I mean, I swear you guys, the median age on this board is 38 years old. They are like young thoroughbreds. They just want to run, and they're energetic, and they're enthusiastic. I just got to kind of go with loose reins, okay? I'm going to let you guys run, but I just kind of got to go like that. But I see greatness in them. I do. These guys are going to be awesome. There's such good leadership coming up, and I am going to expect nothing but greatness for you all, okay? All right, let me call them up here right now. Start with my ex-com, Lindsay Aiken-Campbell, Whit Birch, Aaron Hicks, Claire Lucich, Michael Giandrin, Instagram hero, Garrett Chambers, Chris Andal, Tom Antonovich, Jason Argos, member of the year, Michael Berry. David Blaine, our new member. Brooke Bove, Darren Campbell, Muhammad El Dasuki, Top Gun winner last year. Edwin Hong, Ben Ikuda, Nick Cohan, Jeff Rill, another Top Gun right there. Allegra Rainier, Amanda Robinson, Eileen Solis, and Atticus Wegman, another Top Gun winner. Look at, I mean, I'm not kidding, these guys are freaking awesome.
Taller people in the back. Shorter people in the front. With style. All right, are we ready? This is quite a group, Mr. President. All right, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I hereby declare and affirm. That I will uphold and enforce. The bylaws of the Orange County Trial Lawyers Association. Diligently promote its mission. Goals and growth. And faithfully discharge my duties. And obligations. As a director of this association. Congratulations.
So we got some really good friends to, our organization here in this room. One's Katrina Foley sitting right there. Katrina has been kind enough to give all of the board members a certificate of recognition. I was supposed to have one to hold it up, but they didn't give it to me, Katrina. But thank you so much on behalf of everybody. It is there? This is to me. That's mine. All right. I even got one. Dang. We also have Senator Tom Umberg here, and he would like to come up on the stage and say a few words.
Congratulations, Doug. Thank you all. Just a quick note. 6 of you have come up and said the trial courts need more money. So I got the message. Judge Larsh, it worked. Your 6 plants all came up to me and said, give us more money. So there you go. It's my honor to recognize your immediate past president, Cynthia, if you'd come up and join us. So this is not just in recognition of the excellent job you did at the time of COVID, being a leader here in both the trial lawyers and the profession. It's also in recognition of your career and your profession and your professional attitude. It's also in recognition of your passion to giving voice to the voiceless. It's in recognition of all the things you've done for the profession. I'm not going to read all the whereases, but there's one whereas here that particularly stands out to me. It's chair of the Judiciary Committee, and that's the whereas you were the Angelo Palmieri recipient of the Civility Award. And for those of you who know Angelo, it's probably 4 of us, or knew him, Angelo was the embodiment of a passionate, zealous advocate who was also the embodiment of civility. And that is unfortunately, somewhat of a lost art among some members of the profession. And so we need to revere those who embrace and embody those values. And Cynthia, you are one of them. So let me, on behalf of the California State Senate, recognize you for your career and your leadership over the past year and over your career. So thank you, Cynthia. There you go. Can we take a picture? There we go.
Yes.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tom. I'm so honored and humbled. I don't even know what to say. So thank you very much.
You gotta wear it.
Okay, I'll wear it. Okay, thank you very much.
Don't go anywhere. All right.
I've got something to give to Cynthia too, but first of all, I want to tell you, well, I was on the board when Cynthia ran for executive committee, and I remember not knowing who I was going to vote for. And Rob Gibson got up, and he gave such an impassioned speech in support of her. And I remember what he said. He said, you know, she's the real deal. Her heart is in the right place. She's going to make a great leader. And Rob, as always, is right, okay? I've been honored to be her first mate as we steered this ship through some icebergs. We hit a couple.
He's been a fantastic first mate.
Well, see, she's skipper and I'm Gilligan last year, so that's the way it was. But Cynthia, on behalf of the entire board, I want to say thank you for your stewardship, and I want to give you the Outgoing President's Award.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay, so now I get the honor of handing over the reins to your new president, Doug Vanderpool. And I want to say that there's like this weird protectionism that comes over you as you go through the ladders of XCOM and you become an ex-president of OCTLA. And I now know that Doug has not only the tools that we saw in that video, but the vocabulary to make sure that the organization goes in the right direction. Doug is going to be a fantastic leader of this organization. I know I'm leaving it in good hands for years to come. So congratulations, Doug. Don't hit anybody with that.
You're done.
I'm done.
You're done.
Okay. Woo. I'm out.
Wait, whoa, one more thing.
One more thing.
I write stuff down because I'm going to forget. So, yeah.
Okay, they're right here. Where's Janet Thornton? Janet! I'm sure she's heard that a gazillion times over the last year. There she is. Okay, I know she hates to come up to the stage, but Janet, we're going to have you come up to the stage. If there's one thing you learn being a member of this organization and coming up the ranks through XCOM is that this woman has just tireless energy and a tireless commitment to this organization. And as a president, you just can't do it without her. I want to thank Janet for taking all the late night calls and following through and giving all the guidance over the year. Thank you so much, Janet. It's all yours.
Thank you.
I asked her to say something and she said no. So she said something. So thanks, Janet.
That's a really nice gavel right there. But I like this one. I think it was Roosevelt said something about carry a big stick, right? Okay, so this is one we're going to use this year. All right, I will have that on my desk though. It's going to look good. All right, so my good friend Geraldine Lease gave me some really good advice. She said, listen, no one's going to remember if your speech is too short, but they're going to remember if it was too long, okay? So, oh, look at that. It's past my bedtime. Good night. See ya. Hey, bye, everyone. Yeah, no, Janet just gave me the sign, so she said I have to do some things. So, we're going to start. I'll tell you, this speech, I timed it. I'm going to try and get in 10 minutes, so shh. So the first part's the thank yous. I got to thank some people who, without which I wouldn't be standing here. So, number one, hi, Mom. That's my mother. Her name is Judy. I call her Mom. But you should go talk to her. She's an interesting lady. You know, my mother was one of the very first female Los Angeles County sheriffs on the LA County Sheriff Department back in the 60s. She went through the academy. She worked in the jail. She drove a patrol car. She taught me how to drive very, very fast. She also handed me my suitcase on my 18th birthday and said, get out, you're on your own. And it was well-deserved, believe you me, as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit of a handful. So, but if you go talk to her, watch out, she's probably still packing, okay? She does carry. Second of all, I want to recognize my children. So, just give me a proud dad moment here for a second. So this is Amanda. It's my oldest. She's a real estate broker in Aspen, Colorado, and she's leading quite a life. But all the ballers in this room, if you're looking for real estate in Aspen, you got to go talk to her. Even if you're going to rent, all right? Just rent, so talk to Amanda, all right? And then there's Mitch, who's got one of the highest bar numbers of all of us, brand new. Very, very proud of this young man. He is learning that, well, he's working with me, so he's starting to learn that I have a hard time taking that dad hat off and putting on the boss hat, right? It's tough, but couldn't be proud. He's going to make a great, because he really cares about his clients, and he's super smart, so he's going to be great. And then I have Hannah, my youngest daughter. She graduated summa cum laude, magna cum laude from UCLA with a degree in biochemistry, and she's going to medical school next year. She killed the MCAT. So I have a doctor and a couple of attorneys. And then there's Lucas, my youngest right here, and he's my mini-me. He looks like me, he talks like me, he acts like me. He played water polo like me. But on top of that, he's one of the most talented people you're ever going to meet. He can sing, he can act, he can dance. Look at that smile. I mean, you know, he can pick up a guitar and play anything. He's unbelievable. But I love my kids so much. I wanted to say thank you. And I want to recognize my stepsister, Tricia. Where are you? Sitting right back here. So, a lot of you may have known Pamela Condon, who was my longtime secretary. She was my office manager. She was my confidant. She was my office wife. She took care of everything. She knew where the bodies were buried. She did the books. Well, so in 2016, Pam was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and she was given 6 months to live. And she refused to give in. We both refused. We fought it. And although breast cancer doesn't go into remission, you can stop it, and we did. And Pam got better. So COVID hit, 2020 hits, and it came roaring back. It just came back, and there was nothing we could do about it. It metastasized to her brain. And so Pam passed in her sleep very comfortably at home at the end of 2020. And it was devastating to me. It was just personally, professionally, in every way. Trish, this is where Trish comes in. She quits her job and comes to work for me. She doesn't know anything about running a loft. She ran a supermarket. So she's really, I can't thank you enough, Trish, for everything you've done. I love you. Okay. And those of you who know me really well, you know I've had some challenges in the last couple of years personally. And I was about as low as I could get. And I'm not a religious man, but God works in mysterious ways. He really does. And he dropped an angel in my lap. And this is Kristen right here. This is my angel. She's literally saved my life. And I just want to say I love you so much. And so this is kind of the end of the thank yous, so just bear with me. Mike Fairchild is sitting right back here. Now, Mike and I work together. He is one of the brightest legal minds I've ever met. He's a great guy, a hard worker. And he doesn't know I'm going to do this, but this year the Vanderpool law firm is going to become Vanderpool Fairchild. Mike and I are going to be partners. I can't believe I'm standing up here today. I'm kind of having my own little Sally Field moment, you know. But tonight's about history. This is our 59th year. Next year, Lindsay gets to provide over our 60th. So I got to take a moment just to thank some of what we call the assassins in the room. You killers out there. I got the Simon firm over here, killing it every year. There's just a pile of Top Gun trophies over there on the table. Thank you guys for all your support. We got the Aiken firm, Wiley Aiken. I already told them my Wiley Aiken story. Love them. Greg Bentley and Keith Moore. I mean, what can you say? We'd be nothing without you. Thank you so much, Keith. And we're going to make some money this year, right? Top Gun, he's going to do it for us. Robinson, Calcagni, and Robinson had a nice talk with Dan. He is the president of the OCBA, and we got Michelle West over there. Eric Trout, Robert Giandrin, Dan Hodes and Jeff Millman, thank you. And last but not least, Klein and Wilson, where they at? Love those guys. Love them. Thank you. I want to thank Cynthia and Jonathan, the past presidents, for guiding this ship through the COVID storm. We're hoping we're going to come out of it this year. And Johnny and Jim did talk me into joining this organization. And Jim and Johnny talked me into running for XCOM. So yeah, you can thank them for that. Thanks, you guys. And Geraldine, thank you for being such a good friend. She's such an inspiration. I can call her anytime. As a last thank you, I want to thank the Chart Squad, Millie and Chris Carpenter. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your support. Where are you? Over here? Thank you, guys. All right, that's the end of the thank yous. Now I'm going to switch to gear 2, quickly talk about what my vision is, okay, what my goals are. So my main goal is trying not to screw this up. Okay, so while I'm trying not to screw this up, these young thoroughbreds out here have got a mission. Number one, we're going to increase membership. So folks, we can try everything we want, but it's word of mouth. If you meet a plaintiff's attorney that you say, are you a member? No, we'll get them to sign up. I mean, Vince Howard was great at this. So talk to people about this organization. We're getting our numbers up, okay? Second, this year we're going to reach out and establish a relationship with the Orange County Trial Lawyers Charity and Michelle West. So this year we're going to start that dialogue. We're going to see where this can go. And in Lindsay's year, we're going to have a relationship. We're going to move together and work together. So we're still going to support the Food from the Bar campaign. We're fundraising for the Orange County Second Harvest Food Bank. We're going to fight proposed legislation that's harmful to all of us, and we've got two very good friends right here that are going to help us out. We're bringing back live events, Palm Springs, golf, everything. So now I'm done with that part. Now we have to talk about what my theme is. And that theme, as you know, I've written about it as generosity. Because, you know, really one kind word, one kind gesture, one helping hand can really make a difference in somebody's life. And when I talk about generosity, I'm not just talking about money, and I am going to be asking you for some money. But just mentor somebody, get on the listserv. There's so many of you with so much talent, and I don't see enough of you on the listserv. That, to me, is our biggest resource. So please, be generous with your time, be generous with your heart, and at Top Gun, be very generous with your money. So this is the third part of my speech. Am I moving through pretty quick? All right. So my kids know I have a saying for everything. I love sayings. No matter what happens, the devil finds time for idle hands or whatever it is. No. But I've got a sign, if you come to my office right behind my desk, it says, be kind, because everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle, so be kind. And again, I'm not a religious man, but I did study the great books. I mean, Andy and I have had some great conversations about everything. But in the Bible, it says something. It says, good will come to those who are generous and give freely, who conduct their affairs with justice. With justice. Now, I want to tell you a story. Now, there was a little girl that was born here in Southern California, and her birth mother gave her up for adoption. And she was adopted by a family here, I believe it was in Long Beach. And unfortunately, this family wanted boys and not girls. So this little girl started to endure some abuse, some physical abuse, some mental abuse, the kind of stuff you don't even want to think about. This little girl suffered that for 14 years, and she reached a point where she's had to make a decision. She could either stay and endure more of that abuse or leave. And she told her adoptive mother, I'm leaving, and her adoptive mother handed her a suitcase. And she was out on the mean streets of Long Beach, and I live in Long Beach. Those are not nice streets, I can tell you that. So she lived on the streets, she slept in laundry rooms, she slept on the beach, she slept on people's yards, and she lived a life that none of us can imagine. At the age of 14 and 15, okay, there but for the grace of God go I. It's one of the sayings I like. There but for the grace of God go I. Eventually she was put in foster care and then a group home for unwed mothers because she gave birth during this time period. At 16, she was told, you're now legally emancipated. You've got 12 days to get out. And she was back out on the streets again. But again, one kind word, one small gesture, one helping hand could save a life. And someone did that for her. She met a guidance counselor, suggested she should go into the military, and she did. She joined the Marine Corps at the age of 18 and served honorably for 4 years. It's one of the defining moments in her life. She ultimately transitioned out. She had her second child at the age of 21 and moved back here. And she decided to take classes at Golden West College, and she got a job. She got a job at Horton, Barbero, and Riley, while also going to school full-time and raising her kids. This woman had such strength of character. She had such willpower in spite of everything that happened to her. And from there she said, I don't have a degree, but I'm just going to go to law school. And she went to Western State without an undergraduate degree. She graduated, she passed the bar, and she went to work for Frank Barbero. And after that, she started her own firm. Now, everyone knows I'm talking about Kim Valentine. Okay. And what an awesome attorney she became. Because she knew that one kind word, one kind gesture, or one helping hand could change a life. It could save a life. Now, Kim didn't start a charity for any sort of accolades or to be famous or anything else like that. She did it because she felt it was the right thing, and she wanted to set an example for her own children who were living quite a privileged life compared to what she'd been going through. So she started out in her garage. I think she put together, 50 brown bags full of hygiene items, and went to an encampment in San Diego and had Corey, her son, give out the first bag. And they gave out all the bags. And she knew she wasn't going to stop there, and Corey wasn't going to let her stop. He's like, no way. So then they went to 100, and then 200. They switched to backpacks, 500. And Operation Helping Hands was formed. Now, Kim will tell you a story. They were handing out backpacks one day, and they ran out. They had one blanket left. It was a pink blanket. And she went to hand it to a homeless man, and she apologized. She said, "I'm sorry, all I have left is pink." And he said, "Cold doesn't have a color. Cold does not have a color." So one kind word, folks, one nice gesture, one helping hand. That's what we're going to do this year. I could not be happier to announce that Operation Helping Hands is our 2022 charity this year, and we are going to crush it, crush it. So not a lot of people know this, but Operation Helping Hands has moved beyond backpacks, and they are now actually, and talk about a difficult decision to make. So they're handing out scholarships to kids in school who are housing insecure, which means they're in danger of becoming homeless. And God, the decision making. I mean, I sat down with Kim and Rob and we talked about it. But for $10,000 a year, they can support one kid, one young man and woman in college, and make sure that they don't end up on the streets. And they don't just give it to them, they make sure that they pay the landlord. So this year, Cynthia pledged $5,000 to that charity. Now, I got to talk to Robin and Kim, and they told me something that really, it affected me profoundly. So someone in this room has been quietly and privately giving them $10,000 for OHH, and that is supporting one scholarship for 1 year. And I said, "Can I out this person?" And they said yes. So I talked to that person. He just really didn't want me to do this, but he said, "Yes, if it's going to help, do it." That person is Greg Rizzio, and those of you who know me know I'm hardly competitive. So my pledge is I'm going to pledge $10,000 as well this year. And Mike, I'm sorry I'm giving away the firm money already, but too bad, man. This is just the way it's going to go. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. And this is on top. No, this is on top of what Keith is going to wrangle out of me at Top Gun. So this is over and above. Okay, so thank you. All right, so that's it. People, I'm exhausted. That's it. Did I come in under 10? I don't think so. Thank you for attending our 59th installation, okay? Thank you to our sponsors, all of you. Without you, this wouldn't happen. Let's hang out for the after party. Rizzio Lipinski is hosting it right there. Come have a cup of coffee, and by the time you leave, the great valet sponsor, the Vanderpool Law Firm's providing cookies and coffee right out there. Thank you. Good night. Thank you all for coming.